Hi guys, my name is Christine and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach, and today I'm talking about let her come and go. Okay, so one of the things that you may need to understand about women, especially when you're just dating a woman and you're trying to find a girlfriend, one of the things you got to understand is that women's attraction fluctuate. So what that means is that when you start dating a woman, sometimes she might display really, really high levels of attraction, and then it may dip every so often. Let's say you don't see her as often. Her messages start to become less frequent, and then all of a sudden they pick up again and she's more into you again, and you may go out one evening, for example, and she's really, really into you, and the next morning she's sort of just like, meh. She's not as into you as she was the night before. And basically, when this kind of thing happens, is that what often happens actually is a guy feels like he then needs to do something to get her back or to get her more interested again. When in reality, the best thing to do is just to leave her be, to continue as you are, basically, and just wait for her to come back to you and to be more attracted again, because like I said, women's attraction in you fluctuates. Now of course it could be that you put a woman off completely, or she may not be something that you've done. Maybe she just loses interest in you for whatever reason. She decides that she doesn't actually feel that way about you after spending time with you, which often happens. I'm sure you've met women that you've liked initially, you may have been attracted to them, but once you got to know them, you actually weren't that interested, you weren't quite aligned, and you'd rather be with someone else. And it's the same with women. Women go through the same thing, but sometimes you may be dating a woman who is attracted to you, does like you, but her attraction fluctuates from time to time. So you gotta you gotta let it happen. You gotta let her come and go. You gotta let her feel these things, because she will be pulled back to you if she has a high attraction for you. So don't worry, okay? If a woman loses a bit of interest in you, because more than likely she does still like you and she will get back to that higher place of attraction. She's just being a woman and having a fluctuating emotions towards you, because they're not always going to feel the same about you all the time. It depends. Like if you've spent a lot of time together, then she is obviously going to lose a bit of attraction for you, because it's just the law of familiarity. For example, in a long-term relationship, obviously you get the honeymoon period where you've really got a really high attraction for someone, and then when you spent a long time with them, your attraction kind of dips a bit, and you don't make love as much as you used to. You don't go out on dates as much as you used to, because when you're together for the first time in the first few months, it's all novelty, it's all new. Okay, so you're exploring each other, you want to touch each other all the time, and that kind of thing wears out over time. Now there are ways to get the attraction back, and keep things, good long term, and keeping the magic alive. There are ways that you can do that, and usually it's quite simple. It just requires a bit of mental energy and presence. But the important thing to know is that you don't need to do anything. You don't need to say any magic words to get her more attracted to you. The best thing to do is to just let her come and go, and not let her actions affect you or bother you. You can't let that happen, because if, let's say, you go out on a great date and then all of a sudden she's not messaging you as much as she has been, the worst thing that you can do is start messaging her more, start to smother her and suffocate her, and make her feel like she's trapped. Okay? And you got to, because basically if a woman has, her interest has dipped a little bit, okay, all that it means is that she just needs a little bit of space so she can feel the attraction back for you. She needs like how does that phrase go? Distance makes the heart grow fonder. She needs a little bit of that, okay? So a lot of guys go into this like, oh, I have to message her, I have to say something, I have to do something to fix this. But usually nothing actually needs to be fixed. Okay, she's just having a dip in her attraction, which happens over time. Look, it's the magical pussycat. If you see the magical pussycat in my videos, it means you're going to get a pussy real soon, okay? Okay. Anyway, so one of the things that really helps with this, especially when you're just dating, because this is a dating advice video, so this is only for those guys who are dating women. You maybe been out on a few dates with a woman and suddenly she starts to lose attraction a little bit, okay, and she's not messaging you as much. Don't panic, okay? So if you're only dating women and you're only on a date and you're just in the dating stage, what I would suggest that you do is talk to other women, because if you're not exclusive, then there's no reason why you shouldn't be dating and talking to other women. Even though you may have that one special woman, the one that you prefer, things would go further with. But it's always a good idea to continue talking to other women, continue dating other women while you're still single and just dating, okay? And you're not in a relationship. Because if you have an abundance of women, if you're talking to a few women, if you've got other dates lined up with different women, if for whatever reason this woman in question does lose all attraction for you, it's not going to sting as much because you've still got other women that you're talking to. Yeah, it may still suck, it may still sting, but it won't be as bad because you've got options and you've got other choices. And not only that, because you've got other options and you've got other choices, you're going to be less needy and less insecure. You're going to be less likely to chase after her and over pursue and panic because you're panicked that she has her attraction has dipped. Okay. But what I want to reassure you is that if you have an abundance of women, first of all, that's not going to matter as much. But also, if this woman does have attraction for you, she is going to come back. Okay, her attraction will get higher again. It's just how things are with women. They're not always going to be consistent with how they feel about you. Okay, it may not even be something that you've done. Okay, it may be that she just doesn't feel well, and obviously, if she doesn't feel well for whatever reason, then she's not gonna feel like as much desire for you. She's gonna be too focused on how her body feels. Okay, or she's having struggles at work, or she's having struggles with family members or friends or whatever it may be. She's focused on one of her friends' dramas or something. You know, it's one of those things that if her focus is somewhere else, then her attention is on something else, then her attraction in you is going to dip, especially, and it will dip even further if you're bombarding her with messages going, hey, what's going on? I thought last night was really great. Why are you not talking to me as much today? What's going on? Don't you like me anymore? What's going on? Can you see how needy and whiny that sounds? And if she's busy doing something or she doesn't feel well, and so she can't give you her attention right now, it's going to put her off you because you're trying to get her attention, and for whatever reason she doesn't want to give it to you right now because she's got other stuff going on, like she doesn't feel well, she's got other things that she needs to deal with, she's on the phone constantly to her friend because her friend really needs her, and you're there and you're texting her, she's getting ping 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 ping, what's going on from you. It's gonna, like, first of all, it's gonna overwhelm her because she's got other shit she's dealing with, and secondly, it's gonna make you look really needy, insecure and weak, and she's not going to be as attractive, and she's going to lose more attraction for you, and she may not even bother messaging you ever again. So if a woman seems like she's lost interest in you, or losing a bit of interest in you, don't panic. Don't panic. If she likes you, it'll be fine. If she still likes you, it'll be fine. Because basically what you need to be doing in the beginning is that you should be just asking her out roughly about once a week, okay? And that's how you should stay until she starts reaching out to you more, okay? But usually in the initial stages, it's the guy that gets things going. So you invite her out once a week. And usually even just after the first or second date, she'll be messaging you more, okay? And then you can facilitate meeting up more, okay? It's like what Corey Wayne says. And he says in his book, 3% Man, he says, if a woman is messaging you, or getting in contact with you, assume it means that she wants to see you. So whenever a woman messages you, arrange to see her, arrange another date with her, or arrange seeing her sooner if you've got another date lined up already. Yeah, just try and use it that way, okay? And if she likes you, she will be messaging you. So if for whatever reason her messages have stopped, or they're not as frequent anymore, don't panic. Just go back to seeing her once a week, okay? Because maybe for whatever reason you've been seeing each other a few times a week, or you've been spending the weekend together, yeah? And for some reason she started to lose a bit of attraction for you, okay? So what you do then is you just go back to the asking her out once a week. Okay? And that's how you let a woman come and go. Okay? Because the moment she starts to lose a bit of attraction for you, and you try to force things, and you start bombarding her with messages, you're gonna put her off. You're gonna chase her out of your life. Whereas if you just remain strong, just back off a bit, match and mirror what she's doing. So grab your phone, look at your phone, think, okay, so who's sending the longer messages? Who's sending the more frequent messages? Who is initiating the conversation most? And if it's you, then you need to do a lot less, and you need to match and mirror her energy and her level of investment in you and how she messages you and corresponds with you. Okay, that's all you have to do. Okay, and if she likes you, then those things will pick up when she starts to feel more attraction for you. Okay, but if you do more and you start to over pursue and you start to question what's going on, or question her and ask about her and what's, then basically what's going to happen is she's just going to lose more attraction for you, and it will probably fizzle out. So if you don't want to lose her, don't bombard her with messages. Okay, let her come and go. So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to get in touch with me personally and you'd like coaching with me, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye.